Let me tell you about him.
Rsnd Youth.
Hey
Welcome
guys.
back to term 3. I almost forgot what term it was because it just feels like
One big
this year
term.
has been an absolute mess. But that's beside the point. We're really excited to be back, and this term we are going to mix things up a little bit so that, you know, we don't just do the same thing every week. So next week, really exciting, we are going to do a bit of a service for you. We're going to have some worship, a bit of a message. It's going to be great. So this week's going to be great.
Yeah.
I'm excited to have Jess here with me.
Sister?
But yeah, so how are you doing, Jess?
Good.
Good.
Surviving.
Surviving?
How's everyone else doing?
Tell us in the chat how
Yeah,
you're doing.
we can see everything.
We can see it, and hopefully you can hear us. We haven't heard otherwise yet, so that's good. So isolation 2.0.
Yeah.
How-
Not great to be back here, but we're going to get through it, guys.
We feel for you doing online learning again. Me and Mitch both work at schools, you know, so we're doing it too. We're with you. We'll be praying for you, absolutely, because it's hard, but you guys can do it. We totally believe in you. Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. All right,
Awesome.
Jess, what are we going to do to start off the night?
We're going to do a Kahoot.
Yeah, we love Kahoot at
Yes.
Rsnd Youth. All right, so get out your
Phones,
phone.
laptops.
I mean, they're watching on their phones and
True.
laptops. Open
Another
Kahoot in your
device.
browser. We're going to do that as well. Me and Jess are going to verse
Each other.
each other as we go.
Sister versus sister.
So we've got it up on the screen there. Grab the code out and hopefully...
4, 3.
What am I doing? I can't multitask.
5.
I should have had this pre-prepared, Jess. This is not good.
Come on.
Just bear with us. All right, so the code's up there. Join in. Hopefully we'll have some players jump in soon.
And hopefully not all the names are Mitch, so we know different people. Okay, I'm on. First one.
First one, Jess. I'm
So
really
keep
struggling to
plugging in,
multitask.
guys.
What am I doing?
Dave's on.
Who's coming up, Jess? Yeah, you keep us informed while I
Not
get on there.
Mitch. We're going to have about 10 not Mitches.
To make things simple, I'm just going to be Tori as well, so that
Okay.
we actually know who's winning out of the two of us.
Okay.
'Cause that's
We
very
probably won't even
important
win, to be
me.
fair.
Do you want to tell a story about why we didn't play Monopoly together for a long time while we wait?
So I love Monopoly. I love
Jess
board games.
loves Monopoly more than any person I've ever met in my whole
It's just
entire life.
fun. And one of the first times that Tori came over to our house, Mitch was like, oh, let's do a bonding experience. Let's
Was it
play.
like I think it was 6 months in, but that was still like
Yeah, but 'cause
one of
you
the
lived in
first-
Canberra.
It
Yeah.
was one of the first times that not one of the first, but it was early. It
Yeah,
was early
yeah,
days.
yeah.
So it was
We didn't
like
know each other that well.
still making an impression on each other,
Yeah.
but I was like, all right, we'll play Monopoly because Jess loves it. It'll be great.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Mitch was like,
what
it'll be a
happened,
good
Jess?
bonding experience. And then it just ended really badly because you were really tired and then,
Me and Mitch were going to New Zealand for Shout Conference the next day, and
Yeah.
I was stressed because Mitch hadn't packed. And to me, like
As
that
usual.
is just honestly sin number one. Should have been a red flag, but you know it's too late now. Anyway, yeah, I'm so competitive, and like Jess and Mitch were making fun of me and like ganging up on
yeah.
me, and I just
and
didn't
then
know
we were
how to
like
cope with
lashing
it.
out at each other. It was just
Yeah,
getting
and it
bad.
was just really tense and awkward. So it took. How long do you reckon it was until we played Monopoly again? It was a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
Like over a year.
No, I don't know if we have played it since.
We
Or
played
last week.
Yeah.
So it's been a
Not
year.
last week. It was
The week before. Well,
yeah,
we could.
Before lockdown, we promise.
Yeah.
It was all legit. I think it was the last night before lockdown, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, that's
How
good.
are we going,
We've got
everyone?
lots of people. Keep joining.
What do you think? How many's
My
there?
favourite
19?
name, Trash Can Mitch.
Trash Can Mitch.
Love
Aw.
that.
Swifty, nice to see ya. Who's Razor Ray? That's an interesting one.
Not
Mitch
Mitch
and-
and Isa.
Ooh, not Tori. That makes me feel really special, whoever that is. I hope you do well.
But they're not you, so. Okay.
Yeah, but my name is in their
We'll
name.
give
so
you
that
a
makes
few
me
more
feel special.
seconds.
And then we'll get started. Mitch is saying in the chat that he isn't a trash can, but
But
jury's still out on
debatable.
that one.
F in the chat if you think Mitch is a trash can. Or the emoji.
Yeah, is there a trash can emoji?
I don't know. We'll find
We'll
out.
find out. Someone will let us know.
Okay.
All right, do you reckon we
Yeah.
kick it off?
Yeah, let's start.
All right, I'm going to have to turn around to see.
May the best player win.
It'll be me, 100%, Jess.
It'll be one of the Mitches, I bet.
Surely not. 2 points.
Ooh.
How long would it take to visit every beach in Australia if you could only visit one per day? Oh,
In Australia, I feel like there's a lot of
there's
beaches.
a lot of beaches. I feel like
Okay.
that one's hard because there's no way of really knowing it. Like that's just a guess.
No. I was like, there's so many
Absolute
beaches,
guess.
but then like the majority of Australia is like desert, isn't it?
Yeah, but
I
there's
swear.
like really little beaches. Like
Oh,
I
we both
picked
got it
95
wrong.
years. That's all right.
Good
Even
job,
playing-
guys, though. You're doing well. We're not.
You guys are doing better than us. That's not really that surprising.
True.
Oh, let's go, not Tori. And not Mitch is up there too, but I don't know. I just like seeing my name higher than Mitch's. Question 2.
Are they
The
all 2
first A
points?
in NASA stands for, I have no idea. American?
Association. But is it just okay?
Surely awesome. Surely it's that.
What is that yellow word? I don't even.
Aeronautics.
That's too smart for me. I don't know.
Maybe that's it.
It's probably it, if we don't know what it is. Oh, we should have done it.
Oh, we're not off to a
Every-
good start.
Everyone did
What did you
American like
pick?
me. America, yeah. What
I
place are
did
you?
association.
I'm 14th.
I feel like association's the second A, but we'll never know because I won't look it up.
We don't care that much
Yeah,
about
I'm
NASA.
not that invested in NASA. All right, at this stage, I'm just going to go for not Tori because you're doing a lot better than me. You're doing a lot better than the actual
And is
Tori.
Pip number 1 because he made the Kahoot? Or
Yeah,
Who
that's a bit unfair, but whatever.
how many states are there in Australia?
Oh.
Is everyone else counting?
My phone.
It makes it very
like,
helpful.
What's it called? Locked. And it took forever to get back in, so
The
I feel like I've
stress.
lagged behind now.
What's funny is ours are like a few seconds before your guys, but I'm still
It's not going to help
I'm
us
still
at all.
17th place. I think that's last.
Did you get it?
No.
I got it. Suck it.
Rude.
Sorry. Maybe I might get in trouble for that one later. All right. Question number 4. Which country is both an island and a continent? Surely it's Russia.
I'm so bad at geography. Not my favourite subject
you
in
pick
school.
I don't remember like anything from geography at school.
I just remember that I hated it.
I didn't hate it, but I just prefer
Yay,
history.
I got it right.
Nice job.
Good job, everyone. Majority got it right. Oh, not Tories in the lead.
Betcha, is it, do you reckon, who do you reckon not Tory is? Who's not
I
Tory?
don't know.
That's
Tell
right.
us in the comments who you are. So
Northern
we can cheer you
Territory
on
and
because
ACT
we're not going to win.
territories.
clearly.
Abel killed his brother Cain.
You got to get
Is
this
that true
past
or
the
faux?
Tory. Faux.
So you threw me off by talking to me. Just let me let me finish. Before
What did you
cut me
say,
off.
faux?
Faux.
I said faux too.
Because
Oh, it's Jordan.
Abel was killed by Cain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay. Good job.
You learn
Majority know
something
the
new
Bible
every day.
story.
That's a tricky question. I
Yeah.
feel like when you're trying to answer really quickly, because well, yeah, all the facts are in there.
Oh, the Old Testament. Not my most confident.
Yeah, that's a hard one. Did you ever learn like the song in
No.
kids' church? Neither did I.
I don't know.
That would have
any of
been helpful, although it would have taken forever to get there.
True. We'd run out of time.
People would have just looked it up. Looked it up. What am I saying? Oh my
I
gosh.
got it wrong.
You got it wrong.
This is pretty equal though, so I don't feel that bad. Not Tori still in the lead. Oh, Tori, is that you?
Yeah,
You're
that is
fifth?
me. That's exciting.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Could get
Your
first
butt
and
start.
second.
Lazarus was healed of his blindness by Jesus. True or false?
Tricky one.
Tricky one again, because Lazarus is definitely in the Bible, but did he get healed of blindness? Is the question.
Oh,
Sash.
is
Oh, I
it?
just called you the nickname I wasn't meant to call you. Whoops. I mean, Jess. I apologise. I thought it was Lazarus the leper, says Reuben. No,
Kahoot
Lazarus
expert.
was raised from the dead by Jesus. It's pretty epic. If you haven't read the story, go read it. It gets me every time. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that
Yeah.
first name. This one's a
Spotted
total
or
guess.
Daydream
I've
or
never
what?
heard of that before.
I'm just going to go with,
Go with your gut? Yeah, good choice.
I like these pictures.
Dave is in 10th place, which is not where he's usually at, unless Dave is not actually Dave.
It's someone claiming to be Dave, probably more likely.
Yeah, I feel like Dave is not Tory. I feel like he would do that to me.
How many? I think we had 18
False, but I don't.
and I'm 16.
True. I
Did you
mean,
get it?
my
Yeah.
answer was false, and I got
Same.
it wrong.
What
We
place
are
you?
not the best.
We're helping you guys. This is what we're doing.
Off the leaderboard. That's all right. I
no,
wasn't really.
you're first place. What are you talking about?
Oh yes. That's not me. I wish it was. I'm rooting for you though, not Tori. What is?
Demonstration. It's not a window. Cleaning a garden.
This is a
Cleaning
total
nest out of a
guess.
tree.
I'm gonna go throwing
This
someone
is
out
such
a
an
window.
interesting word. Removing a splinter. I didn't even know that had a name.
I didn't. Maybe it doesn't.
Oh, throwing someone out a window.
I got it right. Did you pick that one?
No, I said cleaning nests out of trees.
It sounded so ridiculous to me that I was like, oh, if it's not
I
the
love
right
that
answer, at
that's
least
the
it's
name.
funny. Shannon. Shout out to Shannon. She's sick this week, not with coronavirus or something else. So F in the chat for Shannon. We hope you feel better soon. And we love you. Hannah is here doing an awesome job of making sure everything works tonight. So F in the chat for Hannah too.
We love Hannah.
We love you, Hannah and Shannon. This wouldn't happen without either of you.
Oh, I reckon the 19s.
It's old, like
Yeah.
super old.
I reckon.
Have you seen Toy Story 4?
No.
So disappointing. Like,
It wasn't
they
good?
should not have made that movie.
I just remember 3
They
with
ruined
the
it.
mean bear.
Well, the first 3 were so good, and the 4th one ruined it. Let me know your opinions in the chat if you think Toy Story 4 was good or bad, because I hated it. 95. That was the year I was born.
Cute.
I should have known that one.
Or you were born, so.
True, but like I grew up watching it. I don't know. I feel like there's no advantages here.
Not Tori again. This is a bit biased. Tori and Mitch, 2 top places. Can I just say?
Yeah, but it's not us, neither of us.
Still,
are
it's
up
your
there.
names.
If I'm not doing well at this quiz, I really doubt that Mitch is.
True.
It won an Oscar. Toy Story. Big losses on Toy Story 4. That makes sense because it
Yes,
sucked.
the purple bear. I hated it.
Thanks for that fact, Michaela Swift.
Phineas and Ferb.
I am too old for this show,
I feel like it's
unfortunately.
either red or blue.
I'm going to go for the ridiculous one again.
It's not Perry. Perry was the platypus.
I keep picking the most ridiculous answer.
You're
and
getting it
is
on
right.
luck.
Yeah,
I swear.
100% luck, but I'm still getting it.
Lots of you guys got that one.
I'm in 6th place. Where are you, Stash? Jess. Oh gosh, I'm going to get in so much trouble for this.
15.
Anyway. Next question. The names of the burglars from Home Alone. I don't know
That was a
these
good
movies.
film.
I have no idea. This is
It's
gonna be-
definitely. Oh. Okay. All right. I think I know it.
This is a guess as well.
What did you say?
The yellow one, Harry and Marv.
Yeah. Same.
I never really watched the Home Alones. I think I've seen them. I know that they're good in a lot of people's opinions,
Yeah. They're good, like Christmas films.
which is surprising because I love a good Christmas film.
Yeah. True.
This Christmas. Got it right. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I knew them. I didn't mean I knew the answer.
Dodgy.
It's not dodgy. Anyway. I don't think it didn't help me anyway. I'm not doing great.
Oh.
This is a throwback
Okay.
for sure.
I feel like this is quite obvious, right?
Yeah, it looks
In my
like
opinion.
her.
It looks like their child.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like it's literally
The
a miniature
eyes.
version of this
Yeah,
person.
yeah, which
If I
is their
get it wrong, I will
child.
be embarrassed.
Yeah.
So young.
Yeah.
She looks the same as
Yeah.
an adult, just obviously a bit older.
And she doesn't wear a cowboy hat anymore.
Not that we've
No,
experienced yet.
we love country.
Maybe the next church stream.
Maybe.
You never know. Always time for a cowboy hat appearance.
True. Not Tori, still in the lead. Who was that? Did we find out? I can't remember.
No one's
Can you put it in the
commented.
chat if you're not Tori?
I
Or
don't
not
think they
Mitch?
will.
Until they've won,
People
probably.
like to be anonymous.
True. Which Swift is this?
Which
Ooh.
Swift?
Oh, that's hard.
Ooh.
I don't think it's Wayne, but
Yeah, but I feel like it could be Wayne just to like throw us off. Because it looks more like a girl in my opinion.
yeah, we say that now.
Yeah, but then I'm like, maybe they're trying to make us think that it's,
Yeah.
yeah.
I said Amy Lee.
I said Ruth because of it looked like an older photo.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a very cute baby.
Wayne was a cute baby. What happened? They are not inviting me back to the live stream. All right, last question. Which youth leader is this? Tori Smart, Emma Gilletti, Tiana Evans, Mel Baldry.
Well, I don't think it's you. Otherwise, you would have had a reaction. Right? She's not confirming or denying.
Yeah, I can't comment on it because I either know that it is
It's
me or
not like
it's
we're
not
going to
me.
win anyway.
It was
Oh, it
me.
was you.
How cute was I as a little kid? Again,
That
I don't know
doesn't
what
look
happened.
like you.
I know, I had such blonde hair.
Your kids are going to have such blonde hair.
I hope so. I hope I have blonde kids. Not that there's anything wrong with brunettes,
Okay,
but I just think,
third place, Razor Ray.
who was that?
Do we know who that is yet?
Not Mitch in second place, and
Not Tori.
not
Yeah.
Tori. Good job, not Tori.
Good job,
I
guys.
backed the right horse in that one. What'd you get? Does it say?
Nah,
Oh,
probably
I got
last.
top 5, so
And
we all know who the
first.
real winner is here. We're just watching the chat.
Yeah, just try and
Jess
figure
is
out
commenting on it.
who it is.
I feel like it's Dave.
I think one
Surely
of
it's
them
Dave.
is maybe Joey Percy and then Jordan. Anyway, good game, guys.
So Jess, we were talking before about some things that we can do while we're in lockdown to make things a bit more interesting.
Yes, because we're saying you're probably getting sick of your siblings. I'm not even living with any of my siblings, but I can still get sick of them.
Mitch, I kid you not, calls Jess every day, mostly
Yeah.
just to annoy her.
And because he doesn't have that many friends. Just throw him under the bus. He's not here, so we can do what we want.
So we have come up with some ideas of things that you can do at home to, I guess, establish a bit of power.
Yeah.
Power moves, as Hamish and Andy
Yeah,
like to call them.
we love a bit of Hamish and Andy.
We
so.
do. We have grabbed a few. So the first one is, you're at home a lot now. You can't go out. And one of the things you can get out to do is exercise. So my thinking is, you have 6 weeks or 5 weeks now to
Could be
get
longer.
absolutely like ripped, like push-ups every day, sit-ups, all that jazz. You soon become the strongest member in your household. So what you do is you tighten the lid on every single jar in the house so tight so that every time someone wants to eat something, they have to come to you. You hold all the power. If anything like Mitch, he loves nachos. So if I were to be stronger than him and tighten all the lids in our house, he would have
Ultimate
to
power
come.
move.
Yeah, ultimate power move. I would hold all the power.
Love that.
What do you think, Jess? What would you do?
My brother James, he told me this. I thought it was so good because my sister can get a bit moody sometimes. And when they're arguing or in a disagreement, she'll be a bit angry and he'll go get a towel from the bathroom and put it on her back and say, "You're super angry." And then when you do that, they just laugh and they're not angry anymore. It's perfect.
Hypothetically,
Yeah.
hopefully it works that way.
Depends what the person is like, but hopefully it'll make them laugh.
And you're super angry because you have a cape. Did you
Yeah.
say that?
No, but
Just to clarify.
if you didn't know.
And then I was also thinking, you know how toilet paper is like a hot commodity at the moment?
Yeah.
Like,
Even food now, it's crazy. Like,
but toilet paper especially.
Yeah.
So my thinking is, you take all the toilet rolls in the house and stash them somewhere. And every time you go into the toilet, you leave like one roll with like one sheet of toilet paper. So then anyone that goes to the toilet has to call for you to bring them toilet paper. And you hold all the power then. You can trade that for things like, I'll give you toilet paper, but you have to cook dinner tonight. I'll give you toilet paper, but you owe me $10. Total power move. Am I right?
yeah, or you could, that's just being a really bad sibling. So.
Yeah, it's also just annoying. I better go like home and stash some toilet rolls because no doubt Mitch will want to do that to me. That would not be good.
Yeah, it's kind of good I'm not living with my siblings anymore, just so they can't pull tricks on me like that.
No, there's always time when we come out of isolation.
No.
Isolation is also a good time to come up with ways to annoy siblings if you don't live with them. So,
Watch out.
yeah. I don't know if that's a good thing, bad thing. Anyway,
I'm just reading the comments.
turn the toilet pepper around. I've never used toilet pepper. Doesn't sound pleasant.
Wait, do you think toilet paper should go under or over? Are you like one of those people that has to have it a certain way?
I don't actually care.
Yeah, no, me neither. Some people like it has to be on that, it has to
Yeah,
be at the
some
bottom.
people are like really
Yeah.
strict about
Yeah.
it. I know people that will, if they're at someone else's house and it's not the way they would have it, they flip it over.
That's weird.
I just don't care that much.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna get flushed down the toilet anyway.
Does the same thing.
Yeah, does the same thing either way.
Put in the chat, guys, if you really care about which way it is.
Yeah, let us know. Laura likes it over the top.
Or scrunch or fold.
Oh, well, I don't care, so I just
Sorry about
scrunch.
Yeah.
Who I guess if you're like
If
sitting
you're,
on there for
I feel
a
like
long
if you're
time-
really procrastinating, right? Like,
yeah, but people take their phones into the toilet.
true,
nowadays.
yeah.
Pip says over. Shannon says over. There's an under there. Over.
It's going down to the sewerage. That's true.
I heard like if you don't want people to use as much, you put it under because little kids like roll it out. But I feel like if a little kid wants to get all the toilet paper off, they're going to find a way to do it
Yeah.
anyway.
Or like a dog too. I feel like we do.
A dog.
Yeah.
Is anyone's dog
like a-
ever?
Or like a cat. I feel like that's normal, right? Okay, maybe not.
I don't think that's normal. I've never heard of a dog going into a toilet just to like unravel the toilet.
No, because like they play. Maybe that's just cats. But okay,
While
wait.
you bring up the topic, Jess,
Yeah, speaking of cats.
a certain video on our Instagram page recently that showed some of the highlights of our live stream last time.
Yeah, made by Shannon. Shout out to Shannon.
Yeah,
It was
shout out
very
to
good.
Shannon. It was very funny, but you featured heavily in it. I would just like
And
to
my-
give you
and I
the
would-
opportunity to say something about that comment.
I literally
about
said
that
to Tori
video.
before, I was like, let's not talk about cats. And we're here right now.
You brought it up.
I'm
do your
not a
cats
crazy
go into-
cat lady, I promise.
I guess it could be worse.
What?
I mean, to be fair, she only has 2 cats.
And to be fair, I don't have anyone in my house, so
Yeah, but
apart
you
from
were
my
like that
parents.
before your siblings moved out to you.
Shh, don't tell them.
And we're back on the topic. Look out for this clip in our next Squeaker video.
Fully exposed.
Should we move on, Jess?
Okay.
Okay. What I'm going to do tonight is share a bit of a quick devotional with you because, you know, we love to have a bit of fun, but the reason that we gather together when we can and the reason that we do this live stream is to glorify God and so that we can grow closer to Him. Yeah, so I'm really excited that we're going to be doing some services and that we're going to have worship for you guys and a message, but I just have some quick thoughts around a passage that's in Matthew, and it's in Matthew 14. I had the wrong page, but it's all good. And you probably will know this story. It's when Jesus walks on the water. So I'm just going to explain the story to you a bit. Jesus is with his disciples and he does this miracle. He feeds the 5,000, and immediately following that, he tells all of his disciples to get onto a boat and sail across the lake to the other side. And he stays behind, gets the crowd to go home, and he stays the night praying on a mountainside. And what happens while Jesus is praying there, he can see the disciples' boat on the lake, and it's getting really rough and windy, and he sees them struggling with the boat. It says that the wind and the waves were against them. And so Jesus is up on this mountain praying, but shortly before, daybreak and dawn, he starts walking out onto the water to them. And this terrifies the disciples. They think it's a ghost. They're freaking out. And then Peter, love Peter in the Bible, such a great example of doing things right and doing things wrong. So I identify with that personally. He says, Jesus, if it is you, tell me to come out on the water and I'll walk on the water with you. And Jesus says, come to me. And so Peter steps off the boat, starts walking on water towards Jesus. He's focusing on Jesus. He's walking towards him. This miracle is happening. He's walking on water. But then Peter breaks his focus on Jesus. He looks around at these massive waves and the wind, and he starts to sink. So he cries out to Jesus to help him, to save him from drowning. And immediately Jesus reaches out to him, grabs his hand and pulls him up, and they get into the boat together. The storm dies down and they get to the other side of the lake. And so I just have a few quick thoughts around this for you guys tonight. And the first one is that God is never absent. So in this story, Jesus is on top of the mountainside praying, and even though he's not physically with the disciples, he can see them. This story is told in Mark as well, and it says that Jesus could see them struggling against the oars. And you might say, well, why didn't he do anything about it then if he could see them struggling? But Jesus knew how that story would end. God sees the end from the beginning. He has a plan laid out before him. If there was really trouble going down, he would be there in the midst of that. But he watched them from afar, knowing that they would be okay. And I love that Peter says, if it's you, because later on in the story, sometimes we're like, God, if you're there, do this, if you're there. But God is actually always there. He never leaves us nor forsake us. The Bible actually repeats that that wording over and over and over. He never leaves us. He never forsakes us. So I just want to encourage you in that, especially in this time, you know, when it feels like he might be absent, he is not. He will never leave you, never forsake you. My second thought about this, so Jesus goes to them. That was his plan the whole time, to catch up with them and to be with them in amongst this storm. And so Peter, he takes this great step of faith. And the next point I have is that faith will supernaturally carry you in situations when you would expect to fall. In this story, it physically held Peter up. That's what it took. But you know, our faith will also hold us up spiritually and emotionally through whatever we face in life. No matter how crazy things are around us, our faith will hold us up. And what I love about this story is that Peter actually had to step out of the boat. It took such great faith to just get out of the boat in the first place. But then that faith continued to hold him up as he kept his focus on Jesus, as he kept looking at him and walking towards him. And you know, for me personally, I shared this at youth a little while ago, but nearly 2 years ago now, we went through a really scary time in my family where my sister was in a really critical condition. She had a tumour removed from her brain, and she had some bleeding complications after that. So, you know, things were looking really scary. The doctors weren't sure if she was going to pull through. They had to remove a piece of her skull, like right across her forehead. And, you know, looking back on that, I'm like, wow, that is a really scary experience. But at the time, and Mitch came up to be there, but we just had so much peace. And I totally know that it was God's grace supernaturally carrying us through that. We would just go into her room and pray and had no doubt that she would pull through it. And that wasn't something that we were able to like bring out of ourselves. That was totally God. He equipped us with that to carry us through that time. But the thing was that, you know, we were in that room praying, we were worshipping God, we were seeking him through all of that, and that's what carried us through. And the last part of this story is when Peter gets distracted. He starts looking around him. He starts getting overwhelmed by the circumstances. You know, it had been a long night, probably a scary night. And then this miracle happens, but he can still see the wind, he can still see the waves. But what I love is that Jesus reaches out and pulls him up again. You know, God will always, always catch us. But if you notice in the story, Peter actually has to call out to Jesus. And you'll notice in that moment, Jesus is right there, ready to grab him. It's like he's waiting for Peter to say something. How often in our lives do we feel like we're sinking? And in those moments, what do? Do you cry out to God, or do you just let yourself continue to sink? But the best thing about God is it doesn't matter how dark a situation, it doesn't matter how long it's been, whenever you call out to him, he is there immediately. It says, it uses the word immediately. Jesus reached out and pulled him up. So I just want to encourage you, God is never absent. He is always there. He will never leave you, never forsake you. It's our focus on him that will supernaturally carry us through anything in life. And be encouraged that, you know, if you do have times where you get overwhelmed or you feel like you're drowning in circumstances, Jesus is there and he will respond when you cry out to him. So Jess, I would love it if you could just take a moment and pray for all our youth kids, their families, you know, their health, going back to school and not going back to school. I'd just love it if you could speak into all of that.
Yeah, let's pray. Hey God, I thank you that even though we can't meet together, that we are still connected. I just know that, God, this is a really difficult time for all of us, God, but I pray in this season that even though so much is going on, it's so stressful, God, I pray that we will all turn to you, God, that when we're feeling anxious, when we're worried, when we're feeling alone, God, that we would turn to you. I pray that as you speak to us when we're spending time with you, God, I pray that your peace and your love, God, would just surround us. I pray that we just feel so connected, and that we will know that you're always there for us no matter how we're feeling, and that you're always there for us, and your love is so strong and so powerful that no matter what we're going through, that your peace is just always there and always a comfort and a guide. I pray for protection over each and every one of us, all the kids, even if they're not viewing this live stream, God, I just pray that you will protect all of our families, each and every one of us, God, from sickness, from this virus, God. I pray that your hand will be over each and every one of us. I pray that in this time of isolation, God, I pray that we would draw more into you, God, that our relationship with you would get stronger than it's ever been before, that we would rely on you in a way that we've never relied before. Amen.
Amen. Thanks for praying, Jess.
That's okay.
Just a couple of quick things before we go. Don't forget, next week we are going to have our first worship night. It's going to be like a church night, but through our YouTube channel. We're really excited for that. I just want to give a quick shout out to one of you guys who made me this cute mask.
So cute.
Look at it, it's got bumblebees on it. I'm so excited.
I love it.
I'm like a kid at Christmas. Tammy has started her own small business, and I know she's sold out of these, but she's selling scrunchies and all those kinds of things. So especially at this time, it's a great time to support small business. So yeah, get her around Tammy and support her business. It's on Instagram. It's at Tams, like TAMS.boutique. So make sure you go check that out. We love you, Tammy, and I'm going to buy some scrunchies. I just haven't picked the ones that I want yet. Who knows, maybe we'll buy a couple from you and we'll do some giveaways on the YouTube channel. Yeah. And the next thing, did you see all of our trick shots last time, Jess?
Yes,
on Instagram?
they were really good.
They were so great that we're going to bring it back. So we want to see all your trick shots again.
Bigger and better.
Bigger and better, and we will give you a prize. You know, I think Mitch let them pick.
Yeah, a food item.
Yeah,
so
a
choose
food
something
item.
expensive.
It's on Mitch. So yeah, get creative.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about what we can do. I'm not sure. Have to keep thinking about it. Anyway, come up with anything that you can, post it on Instagram and tag Resound Youth, and we'll make sure that we reshare them so that you get to watch all of them. But other than that...
Yeah, we just want to say we love you guys so much that we know that this is a really hard time for you, and that all the leaders are here for you. If you need to chat to us, you can text us, give us a call. We love you all so much.
And we're praying for you.
Yeah, definitely.
And we can't wait for when we are able to be together again. But until then, you know, we will do the best that we can through social media and all that jazz. But yeah, we love you, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining me, Jess.
Bye.
Bye.